In a quiet town filled with narrow streets and early morning sunlight lived as young woman named Amina. She had always loved baking. As a child, she would sit beside her grandmother, watching her hands move gently through flour as if she were creating magic. The smell of rising dough, the warmth of the oven, the crackling of a golden crust, these small moments shaped her biggest dream, to open her own bakery. But dreams don't become real without challenges, and Amina learned that the hard way. When she grew older, life pushed her in every direction except the one she wanted. Her father's sudden illness forced her to take a job she didn't enjoy. Every month was a struggle, and during a difficult economic period, she lost that job too. With almost no savings, people told her it was time to be realistic. Forget the bakery, they said. It's too risky. You don't have money, experience, or luck. But Amina carried something stronger than luck. She carried belief. One morning, after a long night of thinking, she made a decision. I will start, even if I start small. She borrowed an old oven from her aunt and began baking from her tiny kitchen. Her first batch of bread was uneven and slightly burnt. She laughed at herself, then tried again. The next day, she went door to door, selling bread. The first week, she sold only a few loaves. The second week, she burned an entire batch and cried in frustration. Doubt crept in like a shadow whispering, "You're not good enough." But then she remembered her grandmother saying, "Good bread rises slowly, and so do good dreams." So she refused to give up. Every morning she woke before sunrise, practiced different recipes, kneaded dough with determination, and improved her craft. Slowly, people noticed the change. Her sourdough became lighter, her buns softer, her pastries filled with warmth. Neighbors began recommending her bread to others. Orders increased. Her confidence grew. After months of saving, she rented a tiny shop at the corner of the market. She painted it warm beige and hung a wooden sign that read, "The baker who refused to give up." But even with a shop, the journey wasn't easy. Some days, the oven malfunctioned. Some days, customers were few. Some days, she felt too exhausted to smile. Yet every dawn, she tied her apron, whispered a prayer, and began again. Her consistency became her superpower. Within a year, her bakery became the soul of the town. People came not only for her bread, but for the hope she represented. They said her loaves tasted like courage, like comfort, like someone who never stopped trying. And Amina realized the truth. Success didn't come from talent alone. It came from rising every time she fell. Moral: never give up on your dreams. Like bread, success rises slowly, but with patience, hard work, and belief in yourself, you can create something beautiful.